of IIT Mandi, adjacent to Bias River. And today with us is a very erudite personality, Professor Lakshmikant Behra, Director of IIT Mandi. Thanks a lot, sir, for your time today.
Thank you.
Okay, Professor Behra, today a lot of students will be listening to you, and we'll be discussing about this Center of Excellence, that is IIT Mandi. So I start my session with you today, sir. And at the same time, I'll keep on taking some of the queries of the students. They are already aware you are coming live. So first of all, me and my entire team is in IIT Mandi for last couple of days doing academic profiling, and I'm really thankful for your hospitality, sir. We are very happy with the kind of treatment we got from IIT Mandi, and we visited various labs, infrastructures. That is what I'm going to discuss with you during our discussion, sir. Now my first point to you is related to second generation IIT, which is IIT Mandi. I want to ask you the first question, which is related to infrastructure, Professor Behra. When we talk about infrastructure, we have academic infrastructure, we have infrastructure which is related to the buildings. I want to ask you, what is the SWOT analysis of this particular infrastructure, knowing well the situation of location of IIT Mandi? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? What opportunities we have as far as the infrastructure we have developed for the past now 10 years?
Thank you for interacting with me. You say that IIT Mandi started in 2009 and this is 2023. And we observed 14th Foundation Day in March 5th. Actually, 24th February is the Foundation Day.
Yeah.
So if you look at the infrastructure wise, we are having the best facility, given that we have only 2,500 students.
Yes.
So from that perspective, our infrastructure is too good. We have almost more than 2 lakh square meter of built up areas. That includes academic buildings, that means departments, centers, labs, lecture rooms, plus we have hostels, sports facilities, residential campuses. So literally everything we have. It is not like that you come to a second generation IIT and you are hoping there will be nothing. No. In fact, in many respects, we are much better than even the old IITs. I am from IIT Kanpur, and I know the facilities at IIT Kanpur. But I think that there are many facilities here that are not there at IIT Kanpur. For example, you saw that semiconductor fabrication lab.
Yeah.
We don't have. We have a proper drone lab.
Yes.
Dedicated drone lab here.
Right.
We have Indian knowledge system and mental health application.
Yes.
Where we are doing cutting edge research here.
Yeah.
So these are things are not there in some of the things that we have taken. We are in the process of establishing a sustainable development center that would take care of bioenergy, climate control agriculture, and biomedicine, and many other things, including climate control. We are also in the process of, we have already set up a center on quantum technology, and we are now liaising with the government agency to build a full-fledged quantum computer at IIT Mandi. And this will be a first of its kind if we build it, but we are confident given the support system, resources we are gathering in this direction, we are in right path.
Yeah. So, Professor Behra, you mentioned about some of the Center of Excellence created in this IIT. We also visited, like Center for Design and Fabrication, Advanced Material Research, Center for Artificial Intelligence, and Indian Knowledge Center, which was recently created. I want to ask you, like you represent old IIT system also, and you also mentioned that some of the facilities are not available in those campuses also. So, how challenging it was to create these kind of things in the new generation IIT?
No, see, being a new generation IIT, our faculty members are very young.
Yes.
Being young, our most of our faculty members are at best at associate professor and assistant professor, hardly any professor. So obviously the energy level is very high. When you are young, your energy level is very high. You can think of taking up a challenging task, which you will not do once you become a professor, right? So that is positive for us, right? Bigger IITs, they have number of professors more than associate professor and assistant professor. But here it is, the reverse, that we have very few professors. So that has its positive thing, negative thing, but I think that we have to take the positive, that our team is very young and youthful energy must be constructively used.
Yes.
And hence we can take many challenges.
Yes. Yeah. Professor Behra, I was interacting with many of the faculty members in the campus yesterday, and I found people from, even graduate from Stanford University have joined the campus of IIT Mandi. Very, knowledgeable individual and very qualified individual, young faculties. So my question to you is, like, in this part of India, which is far away from some metropolitan city, how difficult it is for you to get professors who are from different states of India, educated from top global universities, to get them here and retain them here? How difficult it is for you?
No doubt it is a challenge.
Yes.
Because of locational disadvantage, we have a challenge. And challenge is not because we are in a place that is in Himalayan range, the serene atmosphere.
Yes.
The challenge is that, you see, the faculty members, when they join, they would like both the spouse to be accommodated.
Yes.
In metros, this problem is not there. If the husband at IIT, wife will get a job in the city,
yes,
if it is not in the IIT.
Yes.
Same, and vice versa. If the wife is working in the IIT, then husband will get the job in the city.
Yes.
So this is not an issue. Even in IIT Kanpur, we have this problem. This is one of the oldest IITs. So this problem will be there. But as we grow and in time, more opportunities will come. So we have to look for it. But we have some way to handle these issues. We are trying our best. How can we make our disadvantage into an opportunity?
Yes. Professor Behra, I, being from Himachal Pradesh, I know that this very less population, you don't get very, very highly educated people who can serve in IIT system. I got very less people also from this state. I found most of the faculty members from other states.
Now, this is one of the also negative point.
Okay.
Normally, suppose you have IIT in Bengal,
and your
majority of Bengalis will be there.
Yes.
If we have IIT in Bhubaneswar.
Yes.
Majority of Odias will be there. IIT Hyderabad. Majority of Telugus will be there.
Yes.
But here in Himachal Pradesh,
you don't get people.
We are really seeing where is Himachalis.
Yes.
So that is. But anyway, you see that as and more and more we create awareness. If you look at down the line, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, there will be many Himachalis will come forward.
Yes.
And they would like to be part of this ecosystem.
Yes. Professor Behra, my question was this. I interacted with many professors who are from different states, like somebody from Gujarat. He's serving here for the last 10 years. When I asked him, what makes you stay here? You could have gone to other IITs also, and they were having the opportunities. Still, you have retained them. My question is, how could you do that? Because I could not get the answer.
No, it is not that we do something very special to retain them.
Okay.
We have to create a system where there is academic freedom. We have to create a system where we support their research, their teaching, and then the place has its own beauty.
Yes.
Right? You won't find in any part of India except this area where you can breathe some fresh air, clean air. Every weekend you can go for a trekking trip.
Yes.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Rather, I am from IIT Kanpur. Many of my colleagues, they book their summer to spend in Himachal.
Yes.
I did also this before I joined here. I didn't know that I'll be joining here.
Yeah.
In July, first week of 2021, I was here in Kulu, Manali.
Yes.
With my family and having a summer break here. So these are all things that we have to take into our stride and see as an intellectual what you like. You have to have some students, you have to have some lab facilities, and you have to have a cool environment.
Right.
As long as we are able to do it, the faculties will be happy.
True.
Yeah. So you see, some categories of faculty will be attracted to this.
Yes, I agree. They
Right.
like those things. Yeah.
So obviously,
Mm.
some categories of faculty will go to IIT Mumbai. Some categories of faculty will go to IIT Madras. Some categories will come to IIT Mandi for sure.
That is true. Yesterday, I was talking to Dean Academics, Professor Rahul, and he mentioned something which is academic tourism. Wonderful concept, wonderful idea that you pursue your academics also. And why don't you make use of this part of India, which is also very enriched from tourism perspective? You have Kullu, Manali, and Rohtang, that particular track. So why don't you come here for some time? So he was talking about that, Professor. So what is your view on that? If we talk about academic tourism.
You see that? Did you see that? Did you meet our team from WPI?
No, I couldn't meet.
Please meet.
Sure, I'll do.
Please create an episode on them.
Yeah.
There are around 20 to 25 students from WPI, United States.
Okay.
They are visiting us.
Okay.
And they and IIT Mandi,
Okay.
they have been, there are around, they have made a 6 team. Every team is around 6, 7, 8 students.
Yes.
And they are working on different problems. Like some people are working climate change, some are working on landslide, some are working on the C grade fruit that we have here in entire Himachal Pradesh. How to give good return to the farmers?
Right.
What are the ways? So see, if you look at the foreign student, if we can project IIT Mandi and its beauty and the Himalayan range, they'll be more likely they will be interested in IIT Mandi than any of the IITs.
That is true.
Right?
That's true.
Because the din and bustle of all other IITs, why they have to go through those, here they can enjoy. So I think that these are the things that we have to work on. We just got settled in making the campus complete. Once campus was complete, we are settled. Now we are going to the next stage. And the next stage, we are expanding our hostel facilities. We have 2,500. We are now making 5,000.
Okay.
In 2 years, when you come, we will have 5,000 students.
Okay.
And also, we are trying to make it more than 350 faculty.
Wonderful.
And as we grow and we are establishing MOUs with the different universities, we have started the joint PhD program. So obviously, suppose, we have a joint PhD program in IIT Ropad. So more likely IIT Ropad students who are in joint PhD,
they will come.
When they come here, they will enjoy this place.
Right.
Our students also will go to IIT Ropad. So this also has a cross-cultural aspect plus exchange of the students. Similarly, with NIT Surat we have done, and we are establishing this kind of program with many other institutes, including foreign universities.
Wonderful. Professor Bahra, I would like to ask you a question which normally I ask the head of the states of new generation IITs. What is the disadvantage of not having experienced faculties like you in the campus?
It has its own repercussion, because the young faculty, they need some guidance, some mentoring. So that is why as a director, you have more work here.
Yes. Additional work.
So you see that after I came here, we established 2 new centers.
Okay.
Center for Robotics and AI. We also established Center for Indian Knowledge Systems and Mental Health Application. Now we are in the process of building or setting up centers on electric vehicle, sustainable development, quantum technology, Himalayan studies. So like that, history, So all these things we are doing. The process is how we make our faculty members work as a team. So then in this process also, when they make a team, we are also bringing the experience from outside,
right,
and making them part of this team. And that is how we are now setting off a center for quantum technology, where professors from Japan, like Anirvan Bandyopadhyay, from physical laboratory in Ahmedabad, Professor Singh, like that, we are bringing all experienced people and putting them as a part of this center, right? And then we are pushing our young faculty to work with them as well as being mentored. So this is how we are proceeding.
Yeah. So Professor Behra, now I will take the discussion to the another direction. Another aspect of this great institute and your personality is a positive health, positive mental health. I could meet some of the people who are working in that particular department. Just before this, our live session, I disturbed your regular yoga session also today, Professor. You conduct everyday yoga session, and I could meet many people here. And when I attended a convocation back in January, that time there was idea being conceived about creation of Indian Knowledge Center. I believe that is there presently. So I want you to tell Professor what is the significance of creation of these kind of the centers in institutes like IITs, where students may be going through a lot of stress and pressure due to the rigor of the curriculum they are to go through.
See, Indian knowledge system is not something saying that it is Indian knowledge system. Now, Indian knowledge system is fundamentally different the way others think. For us, cognition is a fundamental reality of the existence. Western process of thinking tells us cognition is an emergence, but we say this is a fundamental reality.
It's true.
It makes completely different. When I say you at the level of mind is more natural than at the level of body, then the reverse. That your mind is healthy if your body is healthy. That is wrong. In Indian knowledge system, if your mind is healthy, body is healthy, not vice versa. You see? So what is this mind? We are, probably within a year, you will see the kind of publications that will come out from our research will create big news, big news it will create, because the kind of problem that we are talking about, what are the biological switch that blocks consciousness. We are studying the effect of music on plants, effect of moonlight on plant vegetation. We are studying not only of course, everywhere people are studying effect, how do you enhance the mental health through the intervention of yoga, meditation, Ayurveda, and all those things, right? Those we are doing. But we are going ahead. We are going to the science. We are going into the science, right? We are talking about the material perceptual space. How does it operate? On what foundation material perceptual space works? Nobody knows this. You have an experience, I have an experience. We cannot explain using the modern scientific framework. So these are some fundamental things that we are doing. We are doing a research now, which will be very vital. Is that how the connection of smell to the molecular aspect of creation, right? We all smell. So as of now, people are thinking it is the molecular vibration that gives rise to smell. But if you go to Indian knowledge system, it is smell that generates the associated molecules and their patterns. The kind of smell you are habituated in the beginning, accordingly, the quality of your tissues, cells will be different than the quality of smell that you are brought up. It's all different. So these kind of research we are doing. This is fascinating research. I think that everybody should. We have started, and hopefully it will have its own visibility very soon.
Surely, Professor. I was when I visited South Campus. I was visiting the hostels and all. I found windows opening in on the tributaries of Beas River and the big hills. I was moving around with young faculty of IIT Mandi, and couple of days back we heard a news a student committing suicide in some old IIT. I was discussing with him. He said in IIT Mandi that situation cannot arise because the kind of ambience here, the kind of stress-free environment here will always motivate students not to go to that extent.
This can happen anywhere, including IIT Mandi. You see that if you allow students to indulge in things that will make them addict, right?
Yep.
Any addiction will degenerate you.
Yes.
It is not that this addiction will only happen in Mumbai, but it will not happen in
Mandi.
No, we have to be very careful.
Yes.
We want our campus to be alcohol free, smoking free.
Okay.
We also want a positive culture to come, sports culture, extracurricular activities culture, where people don't stay inside their room, but they come out and work together as a team. We are starting a vegetarian, not vegetarian. What is healthy diet? What is healthy diet, right? So that's what we are doing a workshop on 29th and 30th of April. So to encourage, to motivate students, what is good food? What is sattvic food? Mode of goodness food. See, mental illness is a effect of your lifestyle. Are you getting up early? We are thinking now they are adult. They can sleep until 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. No. Night is meant for sleeping. Night is meant for sleeping. Early morning, everybody should be awake. These are simple lifestyle things. Everybody will sleep, yes or no?
Yes.
Can anybody do away with the sleep? They have to sleep 6 hours. Why not sleep in the night?
Yeah, and there is a time.
So that is why in IIT Mandi we are the first to start a compulsory course.
Okay.
Introduction to consciousness and well-being, holistic well-being. There we teach them their lifestyle, food habits, yoga, consciousness, some of the imports of Bhagavad Gita. So it is. This is a compulsory course.
Mm. So all graduates and postgraduates are to go through that course.
Now that is a first year student.
First year, okay.
When they come here,
They're given
they
this.
they learn what is life. We don't teach them what is life. See, what is life, you cannot teach it from dry scientific perspective, because science doesn't know what is life.
Right.
There is some speculation about life. But what is life? The rich knowledge is already there in Indian knowledge system.
That is much needed, Professor. And now we are coming to second part of our discussion. Today in the morning, Professor, you were part of third chapter of VLSI Society of India inauguration, and I was also attending that. So IIT Mandi and IIT Jammu, they have joined together for VLSI Society of India, and I have seen very dynamic group of professors serving in VLSI domain. I could interact with them, and I realized that this is one of the largest pool of professors in the institutes of excellence in India, and they are doing wonderful work. So I would like you to throw some light on this particular chapter, which is recently started.
Yes, you see that VLSI chapter was opened today, but we are more active in VLSI.
Yes.
Yes, the chapter has been built. Now we will be part of that ecosystem, and we will work how to strengthen that ecosystem. But if you see, we have the best semiconductor fabrication lab. We are already in the process of converting that semiconductor fabrication lab to chip fabrication lab, where we are now fabricating a transistor. How we will fabricate a chip, and for that we have already written a proposal to NITIE in collaboration with Himachal Pradesh government as well as SCL Mohali. So we have already taken steps on that. And as you said, that we have more than 11-12 faculty members working in this area. So we have a very vibrant MTech program in VLSI. And you may see that we will have soon a VTech program in VLSI.
Yes.
And so we are working on that. And of course, we have to recognize that for country, for India, to go to the next level, VLSI plays a very important role, because any advancement, whether it is drone technology, train technology, aviation technology, you look at healthcare, everywhere you need embedded electronics, small onboard computers, high power computing that you can put on a small chip on a drone, which is normally can carry lightweight. So all these challenges are there, and if India has to grow, VLSI must grow.
Must be there. Professor Behra, now I am taking some of the questions which are coming from a lot of students who are watching you. There are so many students who are studying in different colleges in India, and they want to learn learn in the Center of Excellence like IIT Mandi. They want to have some short-term courses, some kind of internship here in institutes like IIT Mandi. So, what are the opportunities for such students who may be graduating from some another college in India, rest part of India, maybe South India, but they want to be part of IIT Mandi? So, do they have such kind of opportunities?
We have started already an internship program.
Yes.
But this internship program, we are allowing the students from those institutes with whom we have an MOU, special MOU. We recently signed MOU with NIT Warangal, NIT Surat, NIT Jaipur, NIT Hamirpur, IIT Ropar, like that. There are so many institutes, and we are more in the pipeline. So what we are doing, that we are giving an internship, where we will be paying them monthly allowance, and these students will come and work with our faculty during the summer.
Yes.
So this we have already started.
Okay.
And this summer we are launching this, and soon in the website any interested student can see. But although we are giving stipend to these IITs, these NITs, and IITs with
institutes.
whom we have
MOU.
signed the MOU. But other students can always apply for intern to specific faculty member.
Yes.
And faculty member, they have their projects. They
Yes.
can always invite students to work.
Yeah. So yesterday I was talking to Dean Academics, Professor Rahul, and he told me that this paid internship may be for those students only who belong to those institutes with whom we have MOU. But as far as non-paid internship is concerned, you can always mail the professor, and if he finds you good, you can always be part of that.
Yeah, right.
That is wonderful. Now, Professor, recently, now to talk about students who are interested for pursuing higher education courses in IIT Mandi. There's a way to get admission is through GATE exam. But then there are some institutes in India, IITs, which without GATE also give one opportunity to students, which is through self-sponsored programs. Recently, IIT Mandi has also launched a self-sponsored program.
No. See, what we have done is that you have to recognize if a student is from a CFTI, centrally funded technical institute, and he has a CPI above 8, 8 or more than 8, he is automatically qualified to pursue higher studies at IIT Mandi without having a GATE score. This is approved in our BOG. So we can take. And this is there, majority of
Many
the
of the
IITs,
institutes,
many of the IITs. So students must realize if they are part of CFTI, then only 8-point CPI would help them. I think our is even little less we have done because we are in a locational disadvantage. We have made this 8 to 7.5 or something. I'm not clearly remembering, so that people can find out in the website what is our cutoff. This is one way. Of course, if we have to pay them, they want scholarship from us, then they have to have a GATE score. We can't do anything with that because giving fellowship means we are taking money from government of India. So that has certain rule. We can't have. Of course, anybody who are good and they don't have GATE score, but they can do well in interview or whatever the qualification method that our the various streams, various departments are following, self-financing is always there.
That's good. Professor Behra, the day we came to IIT Mandi along with my team, there was Tamil New Year, and we got the opportunity to participate in that. And I could see that 50, 60 students and faculty members from Tamil Nadu, they were there. That is quite a good number for new IIT. Many students from south, deep south states, they sometimes feel that going to deep north is arduous, difficult, and climate may not be, they may not acclimatize with the climate. So what is your answer to these two things, reaching IIT Mandi and acclimatizing with the weather there for 2 years or so?
They say that people all over the world, they want to explore Himalayas.
Yes.
Himalaya has a brand, it has a tradition. If everybody, you see the entire NCR zone, they are dying to come to Himachal. They look at some semester, what is it called, leave, some kind of holy break or the summer break, and they want to come. And if you are getting an opportunity to study in IIT Mandi, I think that something best can happen because you are going to stay in a most healthy environment, and as such, Himalayan air and water are purer than any part of the country, and people may not be knowing the Pahadis, that means those who dwell in this part of area, their longevity and life longevity is much more than the what you have in the outside. So locational disadvantage, for students, it should not be an issue. You don't come every now and then. Once you come, you have full semester, and then you go back, right? So I don't think that should be given a lot of importance, saying that we are very far up. If our students can go to America and Europe to study, in that sense, Himachal is not very far off.
Yes, that's
It
true.
is little, we have to sit with them. I think that if any student have this kind of doubt, they can always write to us. We will educate them. So these are not, I think, negative aspect of it.
Yeah. So since I'm reading the questions, Professor, asked by the students who are listening to you, uh, as parents sometimes believe that when we want to go and meet our child who is studying in IIT Mandi, because it is some 30 minutes distance from highway, Kullu Manali highway, and we don't have good hotels in the proximity. So is the accommodation inside IIT Mandi for staying for parents who want to come
We have a
occasionally?
beautiful guest house.
Okay.
They can stay. We are going to expand our guest house as well. So that is why we are creating more in-house infrastructure. You see you see that being at IIT Mandi, we are conscious that our students cannot stay outside the campus. There is no facility. That's why we are creating in-house facilities, and we have enough resources now to host parents, guests.
Right. There is some Dr. Nagraj Rao. He represents some college in Kurnool of Andhra Pradesh. He says, what about the collaborative research for those colleges with the institutes like IIT Mandi?
Yes, IIT Mandi is ready to mentor many of the other institutes. So anybody who would like to, actually, there are some of the colleges, some of the engineering colleges, institutes, they have contacted me to be mentored by IIT Mandi. I think I think we will have a meeting very shortly on this to create a framework by which we can mentor all these institutes in terms of we can have a MOU by which their faculty member they can come and do.
They can get training or something?
And they can do PhDs,
Okay,
masters.
wonderful.
We have to create some kind of ecosystem
Ecosystem, yeah.
where they can be mentored in terms of pursuing their PhDs. They can be trained in terms of the knowledge, right, in any subject. We can mentor them. So there are certain things that we are working on that direction.
Wonderful. No, Professor, there are so many questions. I'm clubbing them together. I don't know. I should ask it to you or TPU. But there are so many students who think that since IIT Mandi is second generation IIT and its location is little remote away from the metropolitan, so maybe placement companies may not reach out.
No, we have 97% placement by now.
Wonderful.
I think we are number 3 among all IITs.
Number 3 among
Number
all
3
IITs. You're talking about 23 IITs.
So we are number 3.
Wonderful.
So it's not. In fact, during pandemic time, normally the recruiter they were doing online, but when pandemic time
ended,
they
wanted to come.
Need, so they said no, we want to come.
We want to visit this part. So that is advantage actually.
Yeah. So recruiters they feel very happy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Professor, there are many students who are also talking about there are so many courses which new IITs come out with interdisciplinary research programs. Yesterday, when I was talking to Dean Academics, he coined a term which I heard first time and very interesting term, cooking your degrees or something like that, to make interdisciplinary modules. Like a civil engineer can have major in computer science or these kind of things.
These are there every IIT. So we are not doing anything. In our IIT, a student in entering into computer science can take a major in or a minor in can take a minor in management.
Okay.
And there are so many such possibilities are there. But more important, this time we are starting a BTech degree in general engineering.
Okay.
So that is very fascinating from the NEP policy, new education policy also.
Yes.
Because in this general engineering, students will only stay in the campus for 3 years.
Yes.
1 year they are free.
Mhm.
They can go to even any part of the world
Mhm. Okay.
and any topic
They
that
can
is
choose.
their liking.
Mhm.
Suppose they want to be the master film making,
Mhm.
they can learn that.
Mhm.
Fashion technology,
Mhm.
fine art,
Mhm.
whatever their interest.
Mhm.
Because first 3 years they understand a general
Mhm.
background
Mhm.
of all engineering
Mhm.
thing that they
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
to pursue
Mhm.
something, technology added
Mhm.
thing in just film making.
Mhm.
It requires a lot of technology,
Mhm.
right? Fashion design.
Mhm.
We have a NIFT
Mhm.
here only.
Mhm.
So we are we already have a MOU with them.
Mhm.
So basically, what I'm trying to do is that the students, they stay here for 3 years.
Mhm.
1 year they can go anywhere,
Mhm.
and in that goal, we are going to have a lot of MOU also,
Mhm.
where our students can go
Mhm.
pursue their degree
Mhm.
wherever they want.
Mhm.
They can go to a lab, they can go to industry, they can go to a any place where they like to be,
Mhm.
like to acquire their expertise.
Mhm. Professor Behra, so I've already taken a lot of your time, sir. So I'll now ask last question from you, and that is related to again this particular students only who aspire to be in IIT Mandi. So my question will be of two parts. One, why a student should come to IIT Mandi, and number two, what do you see in your prospective students?
Okay, so all those students who are hearing now and all those who will hear later through your video, I would like to assure you that we have a very friendly and homely environment at IIT Mandi. It is a home away from home. That's the first thing. We are also uh, uh, taken many steps to make our IITs different than other IITs. Like one of the core concept of IIT Mandi is learning by while doing,
Mhm.
which is not there. So for this reason, we have in the first year, in the first year itself, compulsory course for all the first year students. We have started a course called Foundation of Design Practical. Then in the very first year, first semester, and student is exposed to CAD software, to 3D printers, CNC machine, PCB fabrication, programming onboard computers like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and develop a product. This is a more than 100 hours of lab lab time this course has.
Mhm.
So what this has is that we train our senior students
Mhm.
in this subject.
Mhm.
They become tutor
Mhm.
because you cannot run such a course.
Mhm.
There will be around 50, 60 tutors, student tutors,
Mhm.
and the at least 3, 4 faculty
Mhm.
together that teach a course.
Mhm.
And once they go through this, their horizon opens up.
Mhm.
They can think in a completely revolutionary way because they know now developing product means it is not going deep into some topic. Developing product means one must learn understanding different components, integrating them, creating, taking a systemic approach, and how to build a product. So this is something that we are doing. And IIT Mandi, as I have already told you, we are one of the very few IITs where we have taken Indian knowledge system very seriously.
Yes.
That means our students will be much more mature in terms of what is life, free from depression, stress.
Mhm.
Eh, So those are positive things. And more than that, you come and enjoy the Himalayan beauty,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the
That's
snow
what.
of Himalayas,
Mm.
enjoy also the rain of Himalayas,
Yeah.
enjoy also sunny days of Himalaya. You don't see here, dull weather.
Yes.
It's always sunny.
Mm.
Morning is sunny, evening is rain.
That's
It's such
true.
a nice.
Mm.
So there are many things that
Yeah.
they should be attracted.
And what do you see in your prospective students, Professor?
Prospective student only, I simply want that you should be very enthusiastic in doing something big, not for yourself, for the country, for the nation, for the society, for the world at large. That's all I want. I want, don't come with a myopic idea that I will make a big career, this and that. Think big for the country. Career will follow. All comforts of life will follow. If you have, you can dream big. That is all I want.
Wonderful. So let me at the end thank you, Professor Behra. It was the most enriched session I ever had. Lot of information from you related to academics, related to mental health, Indian Knowledge Center. Lot of things about this wonderful campus, Himalaya, in the lap of Himalayas. I'm very sure the students who will listen to you will get lot of information here. And I have seen this campus, beautiful campus, taking the shape. In future to come, in time to come, it will be the wonderful IIT, unique among the league of IITs also, where people will flock for its uniqueness. So let me thank you once again, sir, for your hospitality, for on behalf of my entire team, and giving me this chance to interact with you.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you have brought such a huge team. And I thank also Hitesh that he has used his friendship with you to encash your team's expertise to project IIT Mandi. We are much better than what I have spoken to you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it was.
Please have your snacks.
My entire team would like to have one